What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Simple Minds in the 1979 album Real Cacophony. And we're up to the title track of sorts, which is further to say the next tune in the playlist is Cacophony. Most fundamentally, this refers to a large volume of dissonant and discordant noises, a chaotic clamor of voices. So in that regard, I feel like it might express the theme of the album overall, and perhaps sonically it will have a bit of a cacophonous feel or composition. But yes, I don't quite know what to expect, and fair to say, the album title itself is still funny to me because it's not real with two E's as a film reel, but rather real as an actual EA, so yeah, I don't quite know if it will tie into the theme of the record overall or what to expect based on the word, but again, it refers to a large number of unsettling or overwhelming voices all at once. Let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Cacophony from Real Cacophony by Simple Minds, 1979. Wow, that was a very short one. I want to say that's like under 2 minutes. Yeah, just over a minute and a half. So, sort of a transitional atmosphere piece, definitely an instrumental, so not much to say about the themes. I will say it was essentially a cacophony, but more minimal and sparse than I typically think of, because for me, when I see the word cacophony, I'm thinking again, a very chaotic clamor of sounds and dissonant noises, far too layered and multifaceted to be picked apart and heard for the constituent elements, and thus something that is intense, overwhelming, unpleasant, unsettling at least. And this wasn't quite that, but the elements were a bit arrhythmic, a bit non-melodic. That said, it did have a feeling of a blues track, maybe even like blues gospel in terms of the instrumentation. The guitar is certainly a bluesy feel. There was an organ, which again was sort of fragmentary and halting and piecemeal rather than continuous with a clear progression. But that element too had a bit of a bluesy gospel feel to it. So experimental, abstract, transitional, but still bluesy and more musical than I would think if the track itself was going to sonically convey or embody a cacophony. So I suppose that might relate to my subjective understanding of the word cacophony. I don't know if it's necessarily something that is very dense and multi-layered, but yes, the individual parts had a bit of this halting, fragmented, arrhythmic, non-melodic sound, but there was still enough there that I would consider it an instrumental blues art piece, if you will. Nevertheless, a curious tune. When we come back for the next one, the track will be Velt, is that right? Velt? Well, I don't know what to make of that in terms of a title, so unless something changes between now and the next reaction, I suppose we'll just jump right into that one. But let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.